Happy Earth Day, everybody! Hello and welcome to MC in Focus, Montgomery College's only student-produced newscast. I'm Alan Ramsey.
And I'm Shenny Hoffman.
And here's your weekly news. Apple has stated that they will no longer be supporting QuickTime for Windows. This comes after the Department of Homeland Security issued a statement advising PC users to uninstall QuickTime due to the lack of security. Without any security, it's possible that a user could be tricked into clicking a link which would cause their computer to be hacked. The statement mentions that even though QuickTime will still continue to work, the only way to avoid the potential harmful risks is to simply uninstall it.
The singer and superstar Prince died yesterday at the age of 57 in his home in Minnesota. Prince became a global superstar in the 80s with albums such as 1999, Purple Rain, and Sign of the Times. There are no further details as to the cause of his death at this time. The I-35W bridge in Minneapolis was lighting in purple in honor of the Minneapolis native. Fans also gathered at the Apollo Theater in Harlem in memory of the singer.
The Taliban has claimed responsibility for Tuesday's deadly suicide car bombing in the Afghan capital of Kabul. At least 28 people were killed in the explosion and over 300 have suffered injuries. The target was the office of a security team that provides protection for the members of the Afghan government. The attack took place near the United States Embassy in Kabul, but the facility was unaffected by the explosion. Regardless, Americans in Afghanistan are advised to maintain a high level of vigilance while in the country.
An earthquake terrorized Ecuador last Saturday. It was the worst disaster the country has faced in years. The epicenter was near the coastal Manabí province and caused great damage to the cities of Manta, Puerto Viejo, and Pedernales, the latter being a tourist destination. The death toll has already surpassed 500. The government is focusing on recovering bodies and possible survivors out of the debris at the moment. Other countries, like Mexico and Colombia, have sent rescue soldiers to help. According to Defense Minister Ricardo Patino, it's going to take years for the nation to recover from this tragedy.
The results from Tuesday's New York primary are in. On the Republican side of affairs, Trump won New York with 60% of the vote. Mr. Trump earned 95 delegates, solidifying his lead in the primaries. John Kasich came in second with 25% of the vote, and Mr. Cruz came in last with a meager 15%. With the Democratic Party, Hillary Clinton took the lead with 58% of the vote. Bernie Sanders still took his 106 delegates with 42%. The voting is far from over, and the Maryland primary is happening on Tuesday. Make sure that you go out and vote. The election isn't over yet, so we will have more coverage for you on the election next week.
Montgomery College is hosting a fundraiser concert on May 7th for a documentary about the history of local radio station WHFS. And with us today is Victoria Mell to tell us more about it. Victoria, I heard that you interviewed the director and also one of the hosts. How did that go?
It was great. So first I met Weasel, who was he's a legend in the radio broadcasting industry. He was a DJ for WHFS. And with him I met Jay Schlossberg, who's the director of the feature film Feast Your Ears. And he also happens to be one of the co-founders of WMCR, the Montgomery College's radio station.
So what is this documentary about?
The documentary is about the history of WHFS between the early 60s and early 80s when they were still in Bethesda before they got moved to Annapolis, and how they were different from other radio stations and how they consider themselves the underdogs of radio broadcasting.
So what's happening exactly on May 7th?
They're having a fundraiser concert here at Montgomery College on the Rockville campus. It will be a concert, as I said, with two musicians. One of them is Jonathan Edwards, and all the funds will go directly to making the documentary. So I encourage everybody to go.
Oh, I'm really excited about that. Thank you so much for being with us, Victoria.
Thank you. And stay tuned to MC in Focus as we take a quick commercial break. And coming up, we will talk about E-Radio WMCR's open house. The Treasury Department announced that Harriet Tubman is to be the new face of the $20 bill. The new change will be a historical event. This will be the first modern bill to feature a woman and an African American. The $20 bill isn't the only bill that is making a change. The back of the $5 bill will feature Martin Luther King's "I Have a Dream" speech, and the $10 bill will tell the story of the women's suffrage movement. The new bills will be unveiled in 2020.
For the second year in a row, 67 Maryland high schools ranked as best in the country, and Montgomery County holds the top 3. Walt Whitman High School in Bethesda is the best school in Maryland in the 2016 rankings, followed by Churchill High in Potomac and Thomas Wooten High in Rockville. The list identifies high schools that prepare their students for college the most successfully. Connecticut and California hold the third and fourth spot in the ranking.
This week, the annual Art Walk is taking place in Montgomery College's Rockville and Germantown campuses. While students are taking intermissions between classes, a variety of artwork by Montgomery College students are being displayed all outside campus. Learn about color theory with temporary tattoos and screen printing. See drawings, sculptures, and performances. The Art Walk will remain on display only until today, so come out and support with an open invitation for everyone of all ages.
On Wednesday, the Rockville campus was treated to a tasty surprise: food trucks. The food trucks were located in parking lot 11, where a lot of students and faculty went to grab a bite. The food trucks and their diverse menu made a huge difference for everyone. For a change, MC students and faculty members had the chance to enjoy delicious seafood, from lobster rolls to shrimp tacos to Maryland's famous crab cakes. For those with a sweet tooth, crepes were available in delicious Nutella and strawberry and exotic s'mores and coconut. The sun was shining and everyone was having a blast enjoying lunch outdoors. This day was a huge success, and hopefully these trucks will come back to visit again soon.
E-Radio WMCR is hosting an open house on Tuesday, April 26th. This will consist of a tour from 11 to 1, meet and greet industry professionals from 4 to 6, and live performances from students. The radio program will be giving out prizes all day outside the Student Services Building. There will also be a raffle during the meet and greet. New and current students are encouraged to go to room 106 in the Technical Center to be a part of this event. For more information, contact Professor Copeland at tiffany.copeland@montgomerycollege.edu.
And now we go to Nike Rossman with the weekend weather.
Thank you guys, I'm Nike Rossman, and it looks like it's going to rain on Tuesday, but first, here's your weekend weather. Friday has a high of 82 and a low of 57, with thunderstorms predicted for later in the evening. Saturday will cool back down a bit with a high of 73 and a low of 47. Expect a few rain showers around midday. Sunday is going to be clear and sunny for most of the day with a high of 75 and a low of 51. That's your weekend weather here at MC in Focus. Back to you guys.
For more on the upgrades to the Montgomery College radio station, here is Shani Hoffman.
For those who don't know, E-Radio WMCR is the official radio station of Montgomery College, tucked away in the Technical Center on the Rockville campus. The creative force behind MC's radio program is Tiffany Copeland, and she's confident that the new state-of-the-art equipment will help get the word out.
Now, some of you are probably wondering, what in the world is Scott Studios and what's Zeta? Well, Scott Studios is actually an old, antiquated automation system. Now, Zeta does the exact same thing. The difference is that Zeta was created almost 2 decades later. Our new software that we have now is Zeta, which is top of the line software, and it's used by a lot of the iHeartRadio stations, so it is an industry standard system. It can do a lot of things.
Radio production students are trained to broadcast their own programs live on the air, and for their final course in the program, they work together to manage E-Radio WMCR.
I just love having my own show on WMCR. It's a wonderful experience. New software just makes everything easier from going on the air and just starting the music or playing commercials. And on top of that, Professor Copeland has just made everything so much better, and she's very really available for the students, and she's a great help.
The radio certificate and degree programs prepare students to be disc jockeys, board operators, or freelancers in the world of audio production.
This is EU Radio WMCR. I'm Alejandro, your host for the next hour. I got you in cruise control.
Any student at Montgomery College is welcome to have their very own radio show. It doesn't just have to be radio students. Now, if you are not a radio student and you're interested in having your own radio show, you'd actually have to take a class, and the class is a 280 course, and you would just be basically a host for the whole duration of the semester. I would essentially find a radio student who can operate the board, and all that student would have to worry about is just speaking on air. Their presence, their on-air sound, just crystallizing that on-air sound.
We're really excited about all the upgrades coming to the radio station. For MC in Focus, I'm Shenny Hoffman. And now we go to Juan Rosas with the latest news in sports. What's going on?
It's playoff time. Playoff on the courts, playoff on the ice. You got to stay tuned because we got to catch on. But before we talk about all the playoff talk, we have to talk about Montgomery College sports. At the track meet last weekend, Montgomery College placed 4 number 1s. But the big winner is Lud Blair by taking 2 events, the 200 meter and the 100 meter. On the diamond, where the baseball team is looking for a strong finish going into the national tournament, the team will be needing strong hitting from Brooks Carson down the stretch. They will have a doubleheader on Friday starting at 2 p.m. at home. Now to the girls' side, they will have a chance to continue their winning streak with a sophomore night, facing Garrett College Sunday at 3, so make sure you go and support them. Good luck to all the Raptor sports this weekend. Staying on the diamond, but onto the big leagues. The Nationals are looking forward to continue their hot start when they take on the Minnesota Twins for a 3-game series this weekend. The Capitals will look to finish Philadelphia Flyers at home. Both John Carlson and Alex Ovechkin have contributed with 3 goals each during the series. In breaking news from the hardwoods, the Washington Wizards didn't take long to find a new head coach. Scott Brooks agreed to a principal 5-year deal worth $35 million. And let the rumors begin because Kevin Durant will be linked to that name and to the Wizards this offseason. And that's all for sports today, guys. So make sure you keep your ears open. Josh Norman might be signing with the Redskins today. So we'll keep an eye out on that.
All right.
Hopefully get Brinkling to the team.
Yeah.
We could use that. Get your handyman gloves ready. The Rock Creek Conservancy is in need of volunteers for the 8th annual Creek Extreme Cleanup along the 30-mile stretch of water. Matt Fleischer, Executive Director of Rock Creek Conservancy, says that in the past 7 years, volunteers have collected over 15,000 bags of litter, 900 tires, and about 38,000 plastic bags. The trash mostly builds up from the heavy winds and rains that carry litter and bottles from the streets. The cleanup will be held on April 23rd from 9 in the morning till 12 in the afternoon. For more information, log on to www.rockcreekconservancy.org. And that is all the time we have for today. I'm Al Ramsey.
I'm Shenny Hoffman.
And I'm Juan Rosas.
And go out and enjoy your Earth Day, and remember to vote next week if you haven't voted, so do that.
And make sure you go out and help clean the Rock Creek too, right? That should be a fun experience.
Get down and dirty.
Just in time for Earth Day.
Yeah, getting to know the community, why not?
Yeah. Time to take off the suit and get down.
Oh yeah.